Hello, welcome to 2021 Prelims Booster Initiative by Margi. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. The correct answer for this question is D. So first of all, Agricultural Infrastructure Fund is a medium to long-term debt financing facility for investment in viable projects for post-harvest management infrastructure and community farming assets through interest subvention and credit guarantee. Under this scheme, 1 lakh crore will be provided by banks and financial institutions as loans with interest subvention of 3% per annum. Who are the eligible beneficiaries? Farmers, marketing cooperative societies, joint liability groups, multi-purpose cooperative societies, agri entrepreneurs, startups is there. Yes. Farmers are there. Yes. Central state agency or local body sponsored public private partnership projects. Now eligibility has been expanded now to state agencies and APMCs. Then there is National and State Federation of Cooperatives, Federations of Farmer Producer Organizations, and Federation of Self-Help Groups. So these are also added as beneficiaries. The period of the financing facility has been extended from 4 to 6 years up to 2025-26, and overall period of the scheme has been extended from 10 to 13 years up to 2032-33. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. The correct answer for this, let's check what is the correct answer. First of all, India is indeed the highest livestock owner of the world. As per the 20th livestock census, we have total livestock population of 535.78 million, showing an increase of 4.6% over the livestock census of 2012. So, as you can see, the first statement is correct. Then, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved implementation of a special livestock sector package worth 9,800 crore. So this saying that it is 30,000 crore is wrong. The second statement becomes wrong. Then the package has been designed by revising and realigning various components of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy schemes for the next 5 years starting 2021-22. So this becomes the third statement is correct. So answer is C. So all the schemes of the department have been merged and into three broad categories: developmental programs, disease control program, and infrastructure development program. To find out which are the schemes coming under these three broad categories. Okay. Let us move to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. The correct answer for this is both. So if you look at this scheme, which is basically for the benefit of electricity distribution companies, their financial sustainability and better operations. So it is a reforms based and result linked scheme. So depending on the reforms they are taking, the benefits of the scheme will be given to them. It seeks to improve the operational efficiencies and financial sustainability, excluding private sector discoms. So this is for all discoms power departments, but not the private sector discoms, only for public sector. Then existing power sector reform schemes such as Integrated Power Development Scheme, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar Yojana will be merged under this umbrella program. So this is also important. Nodal agencies for the scheme's implementation are Rural Electrification Corporation Limited and Power Finance Corporation. Moving to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. The answer for this is Ladakh. So you might have a tendency to choose Delhi in this case because it is about hydrogen and mobility. So you might have read some news before that hydrogen buses and those have been approved in Delhi or something like that. But actual here answer is Ladakh. So if we look at the green hydrogen, there is a lot of development that is going on in India. First of all, this first green hydrogen mobility project that is being set up in Ladakh, and as well as there is, if you what exactly is green hydrogen? It is hydrogen when produced by electrolysis using renewable energy. So hydrogen can also be produced by using conventional forms of energy. So that is not green hydrogen. Green hydrogen is produced by electrolysis using renewable energy, has no carbon footprint. So in the budget speech of February 2021, our finance minister announced the launch of hydrogen energy mission. So this is also critical. So to produce hydrogen from renewable sources. In the same month, state-owned Indian Oil Corporation signed an agreement with Greenstat Norway for setting up a center of excellence on hydrogen. So many developments are going on with respect to green hydrogen. Moving to the next question. Your time starts now. Okay, time is over. First of all, the first statement is correct. Yes, 111 waterways have been declared as national waterways by according to the National Waterways Act of 2016. Then Inland Waterways Authority of India is implementing Jalmarg Vikas project. That is also correct. Then, but the third statement is wrong because it is given that United Nations Development Program is providing financial and technical assistance to Jalmarga Vikas project, which is not true. Actually, it is World Bank. Okay, so the answer is A. So The recently government has introduced Inland Vessels Bill. It will provide a unified law for the entire country instead of separate rules framed by the states. Then, as we know, 111 waterways have been declared. Then, as we know, estimated cost is 5,369 crores for capacity augmentation in the Jalmarg Vikas project, navigating from Haldia to Varanasi stretch of Ganga, which is part of the National Waterway 1, with the technical and financial assistance from World Bank. So I hope you like this initiative. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more such content. And thank you for watching.